M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
On one, ready?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Got it. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, Thomas. Got it.
Right to the air, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Got it.
First down, Burrow to throw. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Works his way to the 35. And he has it down to the 26-yard line.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Offense in the hurry up here. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time a flag flies, somebody moved early. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. That.
Running it after the penalty. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9.
Get set. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Here's a loft deep down the middle. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Kyle Hamilton with the pick.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Normally, when we say somebody's on skates, we're talking about that offensive lineman, right? Driven right back to the quarterback. But I think it's applicable for the entire offense to be on skates. 2 plays, 2 negative plays. Got to find something positive here on 3rd down.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Collects this at the 35. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And it'll be Bengals football.
I'm fine, ready?
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
12. Stop.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. That's completed right side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
11. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
11. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Burrow to the air now. Pass is caught at the 9. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Brown takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance.
Got.
They'll run again with Brown. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Bengals get the game's first points here in the 2nd. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Middle. You change it.
1st down, here's Lamar. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 12.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Gun.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
11, MP. Here we go. 11.
run here following the penalty. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
11.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Here we go.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the inner harbor. And it's the Bengals looking at 3rd and 4.
Get set. 11. Stop.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. This one's taken in by Hill. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Lamar out of the pistol. Finds his fullback. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 2.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they
Here we
get
go.
set for 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Taking a deep shot here. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Go. 180. Yo. 180. Ready, shot. Set up.
Another try following the sack. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
Gun. Stop.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Whoa. Here we go.
From the 36. Finds his man, Chase. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
11 MT.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they bring him down around the 34. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Throwing for the end zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take the lead just before halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He'll now to return it. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Offense to the line for second down.
Hey, Alpha, tonight.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it in traffic. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the gun, Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Lamar off to play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And now the Bengals have it. And they limit the damage. Turn, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Brown on the inside give. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. On the move, headed right. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
11 MT.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. Yeah. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. It's complete to Hopkins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Working quickly here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
13.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Remain Pratt with the play defensively. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He lofts it deep left. That's cut at the 25. fourth quarter lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11. Stop.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They'll get this one to Brown. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
11 MT.
Offense up to the line fast.
11. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Has a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, we were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
11.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Burrow from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one does not go far.
11 MT.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So the penalty is going to back him up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for 3rd down.
12. 11. Stop.
Looking to throw. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
Play action. Here's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens holding a 4-point lead. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Henry running left. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 34-yard line.
Running once more with Henry. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Slot man in motion right. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. 1st down, and they go right back to him. Across midfield to the 45. Past the 25. He does it! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1-1, ready?
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Cut.
Throwing is Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Play caller